So we've all heard the saying, life is uncertain. Eat dessert first. Well, today we're going to turn that classic dessert flavor into something you can actually eat for breakfast. Alicia Ghio is a passionate home cook who is on a mission to inspire others to savor the flavors of fresh local ingredients. She writes a blog on her website called Local Food Rocks. Nice to have you back here. What a clever name.
Thank you.
Where does it come from?
You know, I was just trying to figure out a way to describe how much I love local food and getting to know my farmers, and I was like, well, this kind of rocks, and there it is.
Right? And what else can we find on your website?
Restaurant reviews, event recaps. You can learn about events that are upcoming, and of course, recipes.
Very good. All right, so we're making an apple pie smoothie today.
Yes.
I love that. Perfect for the season, and a whole lot less calories than apple pie.
Exactly, exactly. This is a way to sort of get that flavor without packing on the extra calories.
All right, how do we get started?
Okay, we start with half a cup of milk, and this happens to be local milk, by the way.
Oh.
And 1 cup of plain yogurt. It doesn't have to be Greek yogurt, it can be regular yogurt.
Okay.
And if you can't handle dairy for whatever reason, you can always substitute in coconut milk, soy milk, a nut milk, and there's even coconut yogurt now.
Oh,
so there's a
okay.
lot of alternative products in case you can't do dairy.
Got it.
Then we add in 1 really ripe banana.
Okay.
This is good for sweetness, and it helps provide that kind of smoother texture.
Got it.
So really, all those browning bananas on your counter.
Oh, we'll find something to do with them now,
Exactly,
right?
exactly. And then 2 apples, diced up. Doesn't need to be too fine. And I keep the skin on. Lots of good nutrition in the skin of an apple.
Okay, and you said the apple type doesn't really matter,
Not
right?
really. I mean, you want to go with a sweet apple. A Granny Smith is not really going to give you that kind of sweetness you want, but you could do whatever you like, whatever you happen to have.
Okay, sounds good. So this is all going right in a blender. Pretty easy so far.
Super easy. Now for the crust-like nuttiness that you would get, I'm using a tablespoon of ground flaxseed.
Okay.
And you can find this at most grocery stores nowadays, natural food section or the baking aisle or where they sell sort of all those different kinds of grains. So it's a good place to look for it.
Are there health benefits to the flax?
There is. It's in that category of like chia seeds. It's a superfood, so you've got good omegas, you've got protein, so good stuff in there.
Okay.
Better than a crust anyway.
Got it.
And now we're going to get to your apple pie seasoning. So it's going to be a teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Okay.
And then I've got a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, and a pinch or 2 of nutmeg.
Okay. That'll give it a great flavor.
Exactly. That's really where the pie-ness comes in. And then this is totally optional. I like it just a little bit more sweet, so I do a tablespoon of maple syrup.
Okay.
If you don't want to have the extra sugar, then you can just omit it. And then all you do is turn on your blender and let it go for about 30 seconds or so to get to the consistency that you like.
Got it. And would you add ice? Do you need to add ice?
I don't add ice. I usually don't like cold smoothies in the morning.
It's a bit much, right?
Exactly, and I tend to do smoothies in the morning. So, but you can always add in ice if you'd like for that more like a snack ice creamy feel, but I leave it out.
Okay, very good.
So we'll just let this go. Oops, turn it on.
I want to ask you, Alicia, can you still eat local during the winter? There's not as many farmers markets.
It's hard, I admit, and you know, it's about doing what you can when you can. There are some local farmers markets that do happen to go in winter. You're going to find a lot of either greenhouse grown greens, which are always good, a lot of root vegetables, potatoes, and then you can also find cheeses and dairy and even meat.
Sure.
So it's not going to be everything, but there is a way to still support your local growers.
There you go, we like that. So we're going to try these at the end of the show. I'm very excited about this. But of course, your website one more time?
Localfoodrocks.com.
Pretty easy stuff. And of course, we'll link it up onto our website. All you have to do is go to WTNH.com, click on style. Alicia, thanks for being here. Thanks
Thank you
for the
for having
smoothie
me.
recipe.